Well, and this is something that we've talked about a lot over the years. Since our last interview, Tekashi has been released.
Right. Damn.
And he dropped his first single, which went to damn near number one.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
And he's rapping about snitching, but he's also rapping about shooting people.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Are you freaking serious?
He said, I hit you
So
with
he
100
didn't learn
shots.
nothing. He didn't learn anything. Oh
He said,
my
I hit
God.
you with 100 shots. That's one of the verses. That's when I just threw up my hands and was like, okay. I don't even know
See,
what's happening.
I haven't bought into that. You know, I've been hearing a lot, you know, and plus, you know, being on Instagram and stuff, you see things, but I haven't been feeding into that. But that's really sad. Like, that's a really sad case for the music industry, and it's really sad, you know, with the state of hip hop. That's an ugly stain on hip hop, bro. It's ugly.
Well, the first popular snitch in all of hip hop.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's sad. Cause hip hop come from the struggle, bro, and like snitching was never a part of the struggle. You know what I'm saying? It was it never was. You know, hip hop is a street based genre of music. You know what I'm saying? It comes from the inner city where there is code and things like that. Even if, you know, the East Coast gangs ain't about Bloods and Crips and things like that, but they did have code. You understand what I'm saying? And that's an ugly thing, man. That's ugly. And he's steady talking about shooting people too. Like, yeah, that's, man, come on. Come on. Now they just making a travesty of the real thing. You know what I mean? It's ugly, yo. That's ugly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's mind blowing because he helped his, the people around him, the Nine Trey Bloods, get over 70 years in prison, as well as two people that are awaiting life sentences right now.
Yeah, Allah. Man, God be with him, man. That's really, really sad. And it's sad that he's able to do that. It's sad that he's able to do that without no accountability. Like, that's really, really messed up. But that's how the system get down. So I'm not really surprised.
Well, yeah, I mean, TK Kirkland, who I interviewed in the same studio, he was saying how Tekashi going to jail, snitching on everyone, and then coming out to millions of dollars, that's like a fairy tale.
It really is. And then guess what? It's gonna make other people think that they can do the same thing. But I doubt if that ever happens again. You know what I'm saying? But I just think it's an ugly thing, man. Like, he shouldn't have even been able to come back after that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, he tried to make the case that, you know, oh, if somebody would have did you this way, but look, you knew what it was before you got into it. You know what I'm saying? You going to people's hoods and mocking them, and, you know, like when he went to Chicago and like, where everybody at? They ain't outside, and he diss old block and all that type of stuff. Like, dude, you pretty much put yourself in a situation. And then when it came back to haunt you, you didn't want it. You know, and that's just, I can't respect it. Sorry.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was putting hits out on people.
Exactly.
On camera.
This is what I'm saying.
And the guy who is now facing like 5 years, who actually went and did it. And no matter how Tekashi wants to frame it, like, oh no, these guys were stealing from me and they were sleeping with my baby mother or whatever. The only reason he told was because he was facing 47 years himself.
Absolutely.
Based on his own crimes. His own crimes. He was caught putting a hit out on camera. He was caught with stolen property from a robbery that he set up himself.
So what judge went for this? Like, I don't understand that. That judge need to be brought under review or something, bro, because this is something you initiated. You found the players, you know, to play the part, but these were your ideas. So how can you turn around and not get punished for ideas you put forward and you conjured up? Like, that don't make sense to me, bro. It don't make no sense to me whatsoever. That's crazy. That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And me and Mob James, we were talking about this. Like, when you saw Shotty kind of become Tekashi's like right-hand man, the one thing that you always saw in Instagram videos is, you know, Treyway, the new Death Row.
Right. Yeah, that was dumb. That was a dumb, because Death Row is a horror story, man. Like, if you think about it, so why would you want to model that? You know what I'm saying? That was a stupid thing to say. That was stupid. I don't know.
Yeah, Death Row had more murders and people going to prison than any other record label that I could think of.
Well, that's on record, but you know, the mob started the music business and there was a lot of killing in the beginning. It's just it wasn't recorded and people didn't talk as much. But yeah, I had a book on the creation of the music industry. And you know, they used to actually pull up in front of these companies with Tommy guns and spray people and kill them, you know what I mean? In the very beginning of this thing. But yeah, yeah, that was a stupid thing to model themselves after Death Row, man. Like Death Row, you want to be better than that. You don't. That's not what you want. You know what I mean? Like that was stupid. It's really stupid.
Yeah.